Within Japan, there's a place that's like another world.
Gates to the east, a collection of individuals, all brought together by a sound, founded in honor and respect for all living things, led by the monk, the assassin, and the traveler, Buddha monk, epic, and Shinobi the MC, the gates to the east.
Mine each and every day, son, look go. Hita still hustling, stacking my dough. Mine each and every day, son, look go. Tola the beach on Salani Kodo. Mine each and every day, son, look go. Hita
I'm
still
gonna show y'all how they do it up in there in Japan, boy.
Mine each and every day, son, look go. Tola the beach on Salani Kodo. Yeah, rip the mic non-stop, fuck what you heard. These niggas on the curb still flipping birds. I'd rather flip these words, try to make a better move. What you proving ain't nothing, that ain't a better trick. I flip tricks quicker, ninja tactics. Niggas wanna hate this, I stretch it like elastic. Can't blast it like I do, but fuck how they feel. I come through with the Ellis crew and shut it down for the moment. How I feel, how these niggas wanna deal. Can't fuck with my deals, wanna seal. I can't understand their mouth, so much trash coming out. I'ma take a better route.
Yeah. Check that out. That's them cats from Japan, boy, right there. That's that shit right there. What we had right there, that was Buddha Monk and Shinobi and a couple of other Buddha Monk, Epic, and Shinobi, Gates to the East album. Going out there and get it if you can. It's on iTunes. It's on Google Play. It's on multiple platforms out there. Go on and get it. But in other notes, we're going to get into boxing. So, Dillian Whyte ruined his chances at Wilder, not a franchise tag. I don't want none of these ass clowns, but there's already ass clowns out there doing it. Already out there talking about it. But look, when it comes to Dillian Whyte, he ruined his chances. I'm going straight from the dome. I didn't even read this fucking article, but I'm going to take y'all down the road with me. We're going to read it with each other. You know what I'm saying? But before I do, I'm going to post this whole up in the chat so y'all can see it if y'all want to get in there. Well, first off, if anyone's there. But anyways, this article on Boxing Scene says says Team Whyte, WBC franchise policy could ruin plans for Wilder. Lighter Texas results found out that was a lie. You did it yourself. And we're not going to repeat that right now. We're just going to go right into it. This article is by some goddamn dude named Jake Donovan. And it says, Providence, Rhode Island, likes most likely industry, Eddie Hearn is still trying to wrap his head around the World Boxing Council's new rolled out franchise champion policy. The first to receive such designation from the Mexico-based sanctioning body was none other than Mexican icon and world middleweight king Saul Canelo Alvarez. And see what they said? They interjected the word Mexican icon and king. How are you the king when you ain't defeated everybody to get the crown? You still got other people out there that's sitting up over there waiting for you to fight them. Not only just middleweight, but other divisions waiting on you, saying, hello, is it me you're looking for? But you're looking for a bag. Exactly. Come on, homie. You looking for that bag. You're not looking to fight nobody. You're looking for a bag, which I understand that. But guess what? The thing about it is Don't act like you want the smoke when you don't want the smoke, because we all know you looking for the bag. Come on with it. Mr. King, Mexican icon, and all that other bullshit. Then it says, this is just upgrade, gives Alvarez and any future franchise champions the freedom to purse the biggest fights without having to burden with the mandatory defenses. Well, look, you know what that does? That right there fucks up everybody in that sanctioned body, in that weight class, in that division. It fucks them up. It fucks it all up. You know why it fucks it all up? Because you're hindering the best fighting the best. You're hindering the sport of boxing. Because when the best don't fight the best, what happens? The fans, the new casuals, they go away. You can't keep casuals around with no Rocky Fieldings. How you gonna keep casuals around with another fight with Triple G? A third fight with Triple G? A fourth fight with Triple G? You want a second fight with Jay Jacobs? What do you want? Who are you going to fight? Oh, you're going to fight the motherfucker that like to hide in the bushes and pop out on bitches like the goddamn Jack in the Box. That's what you want? Is that what you want? Nah, bro, you got to come with it. Now, let's see what else we got here. It says, with that declaration came an unrequested upgrade for Jermell Charlo. Nah, I didn't get no. It says, with that declaration, it came an unrequested upgrade for Jermell. It's not a fucking upgrade. It's not an upgrade when you can't fight the best. It's not an upgrade when somebody has to relinquish the title and then you got to fight the rest. It's not an upgrade. You're not fooling nobody. How you gonna fool the casuals when the media is not even on the same page as you with this franchise tag? Everybody know what this means. Everybody know what it looked like except you, the WBC. Jermall Charlo, who advanced from interim to full middleweight titleist, which he defended for the first time on Saturday with a 12-round win over Branham Adams in Houston, Texas, hometown. Right? With a broken hand. Right? Then it goes on to say it came on the same night where divisional rival Demetrius Andrade also enjoyed a hometown showcase, scoring a showout over Salicki at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. The win netted the unbeaten Southpaw the second defense of the WBO title he claimed in a 12-round win over Walter Katsudowa, whatever the fuck that shit says, last October in Boston. Nobody get it. I don't care about that motherfucker. There lies the difference of how to advance on. Sorry. Therein lies the differences on how the two advance to title status. There's no fucking difference. There's no fucking difference. There's no difference between the franchise shit and the guy that holds the regular belt. See what I'm saying? When I'm saying the difference, there's no like, oh, this one weighs out the other one. It don't. How do you have a whole lineage of motherfuckers holding the regular belt? Then you have this redhead Mexican dude coming up over there that don't like to speak English, that knows English, holds some franchise title that no other fucking champion has ever had. That all the other champions that came before him, there's a whole slew of motherfuckers that can beat his ass. Whole slew of them. This dude record is not even on their level, but you putting them there. But that's okay, because guess what? We all recognizing it. It's getting to the day and age with all these casuals around, with the way boxing is moving with media, YouTube, the new media and all that stuff, and the old media. There comes a thin line between you are not going to be able to fool people with this shit. And it's not working. It's not working. And this whole article right here is all based off of Canelo and everybody that wanted to fight Canelo. Hello? To interject, to inject Wilder's name into the mix based off of what Dillian Whyte got to say. Go ask Deontay Wilder what he thinks about it. Go ask Deontay Wilder what would he do if he was in that status. Would he still go around and fight the people he's supposed to fight? Because Deontay Wilder already brought up Whyte's name, King Kong's name, Fury's name, Adam Kownacki's name. Jermall Charlo is not a world champion, Hearn told BoxingScene.com. Other reporters after Andrade win over Saturday, for which he served as lead reporter, he hasn't beat a world champion. He's a good fighter, but he was given a title. Well, guess what? You are correct. He was given the title, but at least he didn't fight no fucking Rocky Fielding. At least he didn't fight no Bob damn I goddamn don't know. At least he didn't go out and do that. At least he fought somebody that at least had a little bit more spunk. That can actually give up a little fight. And what you guys got to do is you guys got to understand this one thing about what Edward Hearn. Charlo's not his fighter. He don't give two fucking shits what the fuck he say. It's Andrade, whatever he like to call him, all day. Stop it. Stop the nonsense. He full of shit. If one of them sectioned bodies would have gave fucking Anthony Joshua one of the motherfucking titles, franchise title, he wouldn't have been saying shit. He would have let Dillian Whyte get that bullshit, the regular title, and he would have been fine with it, with him fighting Lucas Brown and saying that he's a real world champion. Stop it. Stop it. And Adams ain't no fucking Lucas Brown. Hell, I can pull up a tape right now and I can show you that Mike Tyson still moved better than that motherfucker. That motherfucker's stiff. He's stiffer than my goddamn my chop board in the kitchen that I use to cut my goddamn ribs and shit with my meat cleaver. The statement wasn't to take a wipe at another company. Get the fuck out of here. It was. The statement wasn't to take a swipe at another company's fighter. It was, but rather addressing the reality of potential facing one of his own athletes. It was. It was a shot at the fighter, shot at the PBC, and a shot at the WBC. That's what it was. He got gripes with the WBC. What the fuck you mean? He over there threatening to sue and shit. What the hell you mean? Right? He got a problem with the WBC when it comes to Dillian Whyte, even though he can't do a goddamn thing for him, but smile on Dillian Whyte's face and say, I got this. I'm going to help you out, baby. Giving them losers of ganja and shit. Illusions of ganja, might I say. Waiting for get the fuck out of here. Waiting for nearly 2 years in queue for a shot at the WBC heavyweight title is Deontay Wilder is England's Dillian Whyte. Next up for the England-based Jamaican heavyweight is a July 20th showdown versus Oscar Rivas in London. With a win, the plan is to address the WBC over his current status as he's ranked number 1, but has yet to be named for the official challenger for Wilder. But guess what? Edward Hearn did not ask the WBC, who can I fight to get this title? Then they would have said Tyson Fury. Then what you should have said, Tyson Fury don't want to fight us. You can make it a mandatory. He still won't fight us. But instead, what you did was you put up Dillian Whyte's amateur accolades, professional accolades, and all that shit, which he really ain't got none. He got Joseph Parker coming off a loss. And don't be no Robert Bullionius, because what the fuck has he done lately? Nothing. Ninja. Nothing. So don't give me that. He ain't been waiting for no nearly 2 years. He been dicking around for nearly 2 years. You knew the WBC said that Dominic Brazil was the mandatory. Where the fuck was you at trying to fight him? Oh, you was going for the bag, baby, instead of fighting who you're supposed to fight. And now you're taking that WBC long dig up your fucking ass with no lube. That's what you're doing. How's that for a jingle up your ass, motherfucker? How's that for a Christmas jingle? Chestnuts roasting in your motherfucking mouth. With the new policy in place, the concern is that won't get such an opportunity. Wilder is eyeing a rematch with Louis King Kong Ortiz later this fall with a win, giving the unbeaten Alabama native his 10th successful defense. The WBC has already named him on the list of candidates to receive the franchise tag. Who fucking cares if they put him on the list? The thing about it is, even if they put him on the list, does not mean he won't fight Whyte. Does not mean he won't fight Tyson Fury. Does not mean he won't fight any credible heavyweight out there. That's what this article is trying to allude you towards. Because the article is pulling up Dillian Whyte waiting nearly 2 years, but not bringing up this motherfucker didn't do what he was the fuck that he was supposed to do. He dicked around. Malingering. For what? For the bag. Almighty dollar. Oh, all day long. You don't want to fight nobody. You ain't the Dillian Whyte, let me tell you something. You ain't the commodity. This whole time, you, Anthony Joshua, Edward Hearn, has been saying that you guys are the commodity. Deontay Wilder needs you. Now, all of a sudden that he don't need you, now all of a sudden is I've been waiting nearly 2 years. Really? I've been waiting 2 years. But what has I been doing? Jacking off in the wind. Right? Then it goes on to say, we've got Dillian Whyte, who is getting ready to be the mandatory challenger. That's what you think at this point, Hearn. That's what you think. I haven't heard anything from the WBC. I haven't heard it at this point. Maybe there is something, but I haven't heard. But you're saying getting ready to be the mandatory challenger. You saying it before everybody know what's going on. So if you got something going on with the WBC and they about to hook you up and you coming out here interjecting your fucking 2 cents, what do you think the WBC is going to do? Because whether or not Dillian Whyte is there or not, the WBC don't need Dillian Whyte. Go on over there and do your thing over there. Because you ain't selling shit over here. You ain't selling shit internationally, Dillian Whyte. You going over there, you fight your fucking, you fight Oscar Rivas, you fight your Lucas Browns, your Robert Bullioniuses, and all the rest of the motherfuckers. That's what you do. Because if you come up over here, or Deontay Wilder goes up over there, and you get knocked out, You're going to stay over there in the UK. You can't do nothing over here in the US. What you going to do? Sometimes you want to go where nobody knows your name. The Zone. That shit ain't going to happen. That shit ain't going to work. You should have got up over here when you brought your bitch ass up over here, talking to all these cats up over here, talking about how you going to do this and do that. Then you went up over there with your tail between your legs. Oh, Eddie, Edward, I ain't going nowhere, Edward. I was just playing. I ain't going nowhere. I was just playing. Yeah, nigga, you were just playing, huh? You were just playing, huh? But now you're fucked. You fucked and you stuck like Chuck. Right? What you gonna do? Now check this out. You got some of these little sorry ass dudes on the internet. Change his name to RBM Sports Center. Right? Wrecked by McGregor. Wrecked in the Rectum Sports Center, right? This dude came out with a little doohickey, right? He says, what the fuck? Deontay Wilder to vacate WBC belt for franchise belt. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, right? While he's playing Source, a game I used to play. Source, you know, Counter-Strike, you know, Valve, Steam, and all that stuff, right? He sucks at it. He's horrible at it. But anyways, let's talk about how bad he sucks at talking about boxing. He got his lingo down. He got his introduction and all that shit down. He breaks it down as far as explaining what he got to say, sounding good and all that stuff. He got structure to somewhat, right? But guess what is lacking? Realism. Why would you come up over here talking about Deontay Wilder vacating the WBC regular belt for the franchise belt when you haven't even heard anything from the horse's mouth? Only thing you heard was the WBC saying, hey, we might want to pursue this. We're looking into it. Even if somebody was to take the franchise belt, does not mean that they have to duck. Does not mean they want to duck fighting the right fighters. How are you going to duck to fighting the right fighters when you're the one who's saying that Deontay Wilder ain't making no money? When you're the one who's saying Deontay Wilder is not known over here in the U.S. When that franchise title brings nothing to your pockets, which gives your family life. Not life, but ease. Blesses them. Allows them to be better off than what they are. Allows them to go to the school of your choosing. Allows them to eat every day without going hungry. Put food on it, put clothes on their back and all that stuff. The franchise belt ain't gonna do that. And don't say it will, because Call Me Beltran did how many? They did 490 views on ESPN. Is that more than what Canelo doing on the Zone? Is that more than what Anthony Joshua is doing on the Zone? Is that doing more than any of the Zone fighter is doing? Hello. Them numbers right there is what does it. Not what another man gives you. When another man gives you a fucking title. It's your performance in the ring based off of who you fight. Because that's what's going to bring the casuals in. Because the hardcore fighters is always going to be there. But I'm not going to be there for no goddamn Canelo. until Canelo comes out here and fight one of these young bucks or an actual credible motherfucking fighter, instead of going for the bag, I'm not saying that Pacquiao's not a credible fighter. Not saying Keith Thurman's not a credible fighter. But what I'm saying is, you know for a fact, if he wants to fight them over Charlo, it's because of money. It's the risk to reward factor. That's what it is. So y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to about all this franchise shit. The franchise belt does not give you a license to duck. The fighter and their management does that. They enable that. They validate that. And I don't think a franchise belt, you not having to face a mandatory, is good for boxing, period. Especially when there's already too many belts out there already. You got too many belts in each and every section of body, in each and every weight class. Too many belts. And now you're giving fighters an incentive to go out there to get another title, another belt, another something that's extremely fucking make-believe. Figment of your motherfucking imagination. To allow them to duck mandatories. Fighting those mandatories what gives other fighters the incentive to doing good, the incentive to being great, and you taking it away from them. You taking it away from them because now you're saying the regular belt ain't shit. The regular belt that has lineage to it, it ain't shit. That's what you're saying. What's the shit is what I feel to make up in each and every fucking day to put a title on some fucking fighter that I adore. So y'all can go out there and believe whatever the fuck y'all want to believe and all that shit. And on that note, shout outs to the LDBC and all you suck ass ninjas out there. Stay sucker free. Psych. Y'all die. No, don't die, but just suffer in agony.